The true practice is not in waiting for the present moment, but in bringing presence to what life gives you now. It is not the situation that matters absolutely, but your inner state.
A few days ago, at a conference, Eckhart Tolle was asked how it is possible to balance being in the present moment with the demands of daily life, having to make a living, pay bills, fulfill obligations. In other words, how to balance being and doing. Because if that balance does not exist, you could only experience presence when you are absolutely still or when nothing bothers you. And while that is valuable, it is not enough. Life brings movement, responsibilities, and activity. The true practice is about how to maintain that awareness amidst the everyday. Eckhart responded that to begin with, every practice requires at least a minimum of presence. Tadasye amim tasye tesede. Without that foundation, it is impossible, but when there is even a little awareness, you can remember at the start of an activity not to be completely swept away. The clearest indicator that you have lost yourself in doing is when the future becomes more important than this moment. That's getting lost. Living by rushing towards what hasn't arrived yet. So, what to do? Ask yourself sincerely, am I doing this as a mere means to an end? Or am I honoring this moment as something valuable in itself? Unconscious life is dominated by that compulsion for the future, and that generates stress. The ego always wants to reach the next moment. The balance between being and doing appears when you bring presence to the doing. That means giving your full attention to the activity you are performing without reducing it to just a formality. Even in the most everyday tasks, you can practice it. Cooking, writing, replying to a message, or paying a bill. The important thing is not the future result, but the quality of awareness you bring to that moment. This also transforms our relationships. We have all experienced low-quality human interactions when someone treats you like a number, like a client, like a patient, like a procedure, or in those cases, you are not seen as a human being, but as a means to an end, and we feel it. We perceive that the other person simply wants the situation to end to move on. The invitation is to do the opposite, not to reduce the other to a means. Honor the form this moment takes, whoever the person in front of you is. That means giving them your full attention, even if it's a brief interaction. And when you do this, everything changes, even the small things, a greeting, a thank you, an attentive look. In fact, Eckhart jokes about something practical. If you are a waiter and give each customer your full attention, your tips will multiply. If you are a salesperson and treat each person with presence, you will succeed because we all long to be truly seen. And that recognition only appears when you are here and not in your mind projecting what comes next. The teaching is clear. Every life situation is secondary. What is primary is always your state of consciousness, regardless of your job, occupation, or circumstance. The essential thing is to use it as a spiritual practice. Bring full attention to the present moment and let doing arise from being. Even the most routine tasks can become an opportunity for transformation. Eckhart says that on rare occasions he saw workers in seemingly tedious jobs, like someone in a toll booth, radiate consciousness. The mechanical words like $2, thank you, didn't matter. What was felt was the energy of presence behind those gestures. And that changed the experience, both for the one giving it and for those receiving it. Thus, we understand that the true practice is not in waiting for the present moment, but in bringing presence to what life gives you now. It is not the situation that matters absolutely, but your inner state. Doing flows naturally from being, and when it is infused with awareness, everything transforms. Zen masters expressed it very simply. Do one thing at a time. It seems like a trivial phrase, but it holds deep wisdom because when you do one thing at a time with full attention, your mind quiets and what remains is pure presence. That is the practice, one thing at a time. Do not rush to finish. Do not use this moment only as a means to get to the next. Be here. Give each instant your full attention. And when you do, this moment changes its quality. The ordinary becomes extraordinary. The superficial turns into depth. Life is no longer a means but an end in itself.